From the last video, we talked about what is slow food. And today we're going to talk about how can Yao start the slow food restaurant in the restaurant that follow the slow food concept in Thailand. So we want to hear the experience from Yao. What is the most important thing to think about before we start the restaurant?
If we wanted to start a restaurant that follows slow food concept, normally the people who started, they have to really understand what is slow food concept is, and also it have to know it like you. It's not the profit. It's not the first priority, because normally you have the profit for sure, because that's why otherwise you don't do business. You have profit, but probably you have less profit than other business, than normal restaurant, in general. And are you ready to support your local farmer and don't support big company? Or you ready to treat your staff very well and also educate them in the same time?
So this is the owner have to make it clear that the destination of the slow food concept will go to this direction.
Yes.
And then if we understand the concept very well, the next thing, what is the next step that we need to think about it?
You have to think about what is your location, and it's like what do you have ingredient for your location. And this one, it have to connect with what type of food that you want to serve. What type of food that your chef that going to decide the menu that will be understanding and comfortable to work with that ingredient. Follow the season also.
So the ingredient that we need to use in the restaurant have to be in the local area.
Local, organic, sustainable as much as possible.
Local, organic. So it's impossible to use salmon from West Coast, from Alaska, even it's wild caught.
No.
So the ingredient is have to be local and organic and fair for farmer. How hard is it to get ingredient like this in Thailand?
In Thailand, I think it's not hard. For now, because for Thailand, I don't know about another region, another country, but Thailand it's a lot of farmer, especially young farmer too, that start to do organic farmer, and they need a lot of support in general. And also we don't want the organic products to be cheap, because we don't want the young farmer to give up. We want them to live their life. We want them to travel. We want them to send their kid to very good school that they wanted. So then in the same time also, we make our environment better. I would like to say, for example, like fish sauce or shrimp paste or like coconut sugar. Let's say like coconut nectar or coconut sugar, we call tan tanot. That one is, if we not support them now, it's not many people want to do that type of coconut sugar anymore, because it's really hard work, very tall tree, and they have to climb up, and pretty much no machine to do it.
The process to get the sugar is so hard. And then
to get the coconut juice to make the sugar,
and
it's labor intensive. And the young people don't want to do it,
because young people cannot climb up the palm sugar, the palm trees.
They don't have that knowledge, but they're willing to learn.
If it's good price.
If it's good price, and the coconut sugar is still there. Or the fish sauce from like central Thailand that a lot of like small fish in the river, and then people preserved it. That fish it becomes fish sauce. That is the sort of umami flavor in our Thai food. So that one is like women group doing it, and now start to have more younger people also doing it too, because doing this thing is like cause the media attention.
Oh,
right.
Attention from the media.
Yeah, attention from the media. And now when we use the products, for example, in our restaurant, we use the fish sauce from Pa Det Duang, this one from Sukhothai, like on the central area. Is now Pa Det Duang very busy.
Because it's well known.
Yeah, we said on our like social media that we're using this fish sauce for our food to serve to our customer, and we have the fish sauce to sell in the shelf in the restaurant as well. And also a lot of people learning about the fish sauce. But now like we have to, like we don't have to use Pa Det Duang fish sauce all the time, because Pa Det Duang already
she has enough customers.
Yeah, she has enough customer, and then we change it to another person the business, like the group that just started it. Like even the same like coconut sugar. Okay, now this one going to the media on many magazine, online magazine, television, and everything. And okay, when we order, they say like, oh, we don't really quite have enough, so that we know that when we have to move on to the news,
go to another people.
Yeah.
So the slow food concept, it helped to promote the small business in the local area.
For sure, 100%. Yeah. We don't keep it to ourselves. We have to say it where the thing come from, where our ingredient come from. And we have to give them the credit. Whoever make it, give them the credit. Yeah.
So that's not normal way of normal business doing at all.
Because if you willing to follow slow food concept, in general, you have to willing to do research, travel, meet people. And then it's hard from the beginnings, but it's fun for us because we want to meet the farmer, we want to meet the producer, we want to meet the fisherman, we want to meet the people that raise the chicken for eggs for us, you know. And that's one. When you go through that sourcing the ingredient part, it's a good thing now in Thailand. I think it's every country now. It's delivery. It's really good transportation, very good delivery, and then you'll be able to order
easily.
Yeah. And the price not
too bad.
Not too bad. And also the farmer also learn how to like harvest
online
themselves, and then just like make the product by themselves, packaging it by themselves, and then send it by themselves.
So it seems like this process is the learning process for every part.
Yeah, every part.
Of the whole circle of people who are in the circle of food.
Yeah.
They will learn a lot.
We would like to say it's not a convenience. Because other restaurants or other people that they like to do it their way because they like convenience, and that is normal too. You know, we like to struggle a little bit, but also happy at the same time from the beginning. You know,
want to make it hard. So
because it's like some people just go to the supermarket, get everything, or go to the wholesale place and get everything. But we want our food to be different. You know. So
to start the restaurant follow the slow food concept. At the beginning, we need to travel a lot, to research a lot, to meet a lot of, to visit a lot of producer or farmers, small farmer mainly. So that's a lot of work. Yeah,
because it's organic in Thailand, not nothing guarantee. When we say organic, we say sustainable, we say chemical free. It normally not really have like some people do some certificate, but a certificate is like 1 year certificate, and then after that, do they come to check it? You know, but these things for us organic, it's based with trust.
With our eye.
Yeah,
and
trust.
The trust between.
Yeah, trust and
each other.
see their intention. And but most of the time they try their best, you know. And but also we have some like kit set that we can test our like products or like wages by ourselves.
So we don't rely on the certification system much, but we look at the intention.
Yeah.
And then we visit them, know them personally.
Yeah.
That's very, very good.
Yeah.
And then when we got the ingredient, after that we need to think about the menu, right? How to cook, how to design the menu. Is that very complicated part for the chef?
Yeah, I think the chef have to understand first, like the chef and the owner. Also, if the owner, the same person as the chef, that's really good, you know. But if not, the chef have to really understand the ingredients and understand the seasonals, and also not to follow the recipe that much. It's like I have, like for example, our restaurant, it's like a Southern style food concept in general, but I follow the recipe by the flavor of when I eating it since I growing up. You know, that's what my mouth is, my recipe, you know. And I try to train the chef and the staff in the kitchen staff also to follow that taste, to have that memory, the flavor memory in your taste, to follow that taste instead of just only follow the recipe. And then when you're missing some of the ingredients, just like especially the ingredients just for decorate or to make this place more beautiful, do we need that? If that not organic or like totally not organic, and I think something like that, maybe we just cut them off, you know. They might don't look super nice, but they sell.
So you need to explain, you need to educate consumer a lot. That, our food, this menu, people used to eat it like this, but eat it here. Yeah. It may be different. Yeah. Because we use ingredient different from normal.
Yeah, I think it's like, for my experience is, I feel like my Southern food that we serve, it did the same flavor when I was kid. Because when I was kid, it's no preservative in our, no oyster sauce, you know, and it's like no MSG. And when I grow up, that is the taste. The umami flavor, the MSG, natural MSG flavor, come from shrimp paste, come from fish sauce, come from some type of mushroom or like vegetable, you know. But nowadays, if the people who come to the restaurant compare to nowadays flavor of the food, so then a lot of people addicted with the MSG. But we're so proud of that, because we work so hard to find the good fish sauce and shrimp paste that have really strong umami, that don't miss the MSG. Like people don't miss it.
They don't even know that there's no MSG.
Yeah, they don't even know that no MSG is there, and it's like people appreciate it, but they know it's different. They know it, like this food is so different. Why it's different? Because our fish sauce is really outstanding. You know, our shrimp paste is from our fishermen making it. And our like black pepper, it's like original black pepper. You know, what you call the heirlooms.
Local species.
Yeah, the local species. And then it's like our salt, it's not salty. You know, it's like everything that our sugar, it's not super sweet. You know, so then we don't have oyster mushroom. No, we don't have oyster sauce in our stir fry. You know, so because otherwise, if you go to shopping, if every restaurant go to shopping in the same place and they get the bottle of different sauce that already pre-made, everything tastes the
The
same.
same. So it's really challenging for people who do the restaurant follow the slow food concept because
Yeah.
in general people used to eat a lot of MSG, everything, every sauce full of MSG.
Yeah.
So they're addicted to that thing already.
Yeah.
But now you start a restaurant with no MSG.
Yeah.
That's against the stream, the movement of people, what people used to eat.
Yeah.
So that's very hard. But it seems like you don't feel like it's hard.
No, it's not hard at all. I mean, like, it's not like people don't used to eat the flavor that people don't used to eat. Also, the cook that don't get used to cook without these MSGs, you know. So this the thing. It's like I'm not concerned about it because I know that a lot of people like me. So when I open a restaurant, I'm thinking about who will come to this restaurant. I'm sure not only Yao that like this type of food or this type of flavor and not really like the flavor of MSGs because the MSG and oyster sauce, is other people, what wrong with that? There's nothing wrong with that, but it's just for me, I like the flavor itself of kale, you know, of cabbage, of fish, you know, or of meat.
They have every ingredient, they have good taste in itself already.
If it's organic in seasonals, the produce tastes much better than non-organic and not in the season. It worse. Non-organic and not in the season, it worse, you know, in general. So that thing need a lot of flavor to put it inside, like the chicken, right? I mean,
normal chicken, you cannot cook in a normal way anymore.
You have the seasoning. It's a lot of thing in it, but it's like when you cook with really good ingredient, because I don't want to ruin my ingredient. I don't want another flavor into this. I don't want too much. I want the flavor that support, not come up, like supporting my ingredient. Yeah, so basically we just
up the flavors of the ingredient, not the flavor of sauce.
Salt and fish salt, good salt, you know, good sea salt or good like mountain salt. It's just really good flavor.
So some kind of your dish you have only salt added to the food, nothing
some of the dish,
but depend on the flavors, the real flavor of each ingredient.
Yeah, salt is our main thing. People forget to use salt. People forget to use salt now because
it's hard for the chef now because the chef now with no oyster sauce, with no MSG, with no soy sauce, with full of MSG, or another sauce full of MSG. They don't have confidence to cook.
No, they don't have confidence to cook. But I mean, like, but I think now I have confidence on like so many people are interested on our products, on our ingredients that we using in the restaurants. And a lot of people ask, and I always give the contacts to people like, hey, here you go. You can get the fish sauce from here. You can get the coconut sugar from here. You can get the salt from here. You know, when you have the good produce, fresh in season, and then you have the good ingredients, not many techniques that you have to know. you know?
You don't need to be the skill or the best chef, or you don't need a lot of sauces or something like that.
No, we don't need that.
When you get the material, you get produce, you get the recipe for yourself, how hard is it to get the staff to start this business?
This is a lot of training. It's a lot of training the first years, and now we can leave the restaurants.
Because it's not normal way of restaurant that people
but I'm planning to leave the restaurant after 1 year, you know, because I don't want to work in the restaurant the whole time. I like to do cooking class. I like to do other things as well. You know, I don't want to just dedicate myself into the kitchen, and I'm this old now. I want young people to stand in the kitchen, not me. You know? So that way I planning a lot of myself, like make my own schedule, make my own what you call curriculum.
Schedule, curriculum.
Yeah.
To teach.
So to teach them, like how they can understand my food, how they can understand my ingredients, because they not come from the south. They are from the north. They are most of them are intermediate. They eat different.
They have no experience about southern food at all.
They have no experience about like southern food at all. I have food on here. I cannot explain them. You know how to do it until they have to eat it, and then also they have to understand the ingredients. And sometimes we have to bring them to see the fishermen. Sometimes we have to have them go to the visiting the farm, you know. And sometimes we have the direct like producer come to teach them how to use the ingredients, and like everything, a lot of trainings, and they have to understand the slow food concept, and they have to have the right attitude. The attitude is very important.
Right view, right?
Yeah, the right, and then most of them should to. We interview them. When we interview them, we didn't think about like, you know how to cook, can you cook for me? And I can taste it. It's like, it's not that way. No, I don't do that. I just do like, okay, we just announced that we wanted to have the kitchen team that working. And you're not a chef, no problem. I train you become a chef.
You don't need a chef.
Yeah, I don't need a chef. I can train you to become a chef. You know.
Why you don't need the skilled chef, the chef who are very famous or who have a lot of skill?
They have a lot of pride first in the beginning. Second, they have so much ego that they can't change. And also as a female woman, taught them how to do something. It's like if they're a little bit older too, or like if they have so much experience too.
They don't want to change.
Yeah, they want to change. You know, they don't want it to change, and also they're so comfortable with their ingredients.
With
and this
routine,
one, routine.
Something that they used to.
Yeah, and then they just don't want to work on it. You know, everyone just do the shortcut. But I don't blame them, because that's how people do. That most of people do. I need someone new. Someone young, someone ready to learn, and it's like interest in this movement, because this is like we education people in the same time. They get education also in the same time. We create a slow food movement also in our city too. So
it's like your restaurant is like a school for teach people.
Basically, it's a school. Basically, it's a school
concept.
Yeah.
So you have to invest a lot of money for develop your staff.
Money and time.
Money and time, which is normal business. Think about it a lot to do that, because it costs a lot of money.
Yeah.
So don't you worry about it when they get trained very well and then they leave and
no problem.
Open another restaurant.
That's what we want.
That's what you want. You don't think they're going to be a competitor?
No. No, not at all. Even they do the same thing, exactly the same menu. You know, we don't care. We just want this concept to go with them. And we want this concept. Even the customer come, and you know, some of them wanted to do the same thing. You know, so how you get your ingredient and stuff like that. It never secret. Or the recipe, never secret. Everything can go out. I teach so many cooking class, and I give them whatever our recipe that we have. And I feel like people can, that's what we want. I mean, like, this is come back from the beginning. Why that we want to open the restaurant that follows slow food concept? Because we want it to happen.
You want to spread the idea.
Yeah, we want it to happen. We want people to see it, and someone want to copy it, please. Or like they're not like you can do the same concept but different type of food and stuff like that too. And we have a few friends doing that already, and we're so happy, you know, and we support them. And it's like more and more of the, and also I want Chiang Mai to become that where we live in Chiang Mai. I want Chiang Mai to become a slow food destination. You know, that like, or like the food destination. And then it's like when they come, they go to a restaurant and they go to another restaurant. They're not going to come eat at your place
every day.
Every day, you know. Or they come to another restaurant that's good. You know, they're not going to go to eat that restaurant every day. They want to come to eat at our plate too. You know, so I think it's never competition in the restaurant if you do good. Yeah.
So far, almost 3 years, your restaurant. Do you have any problem? Is about the staff? It's hard to find the staff. The staff quit often. You have the problem like that. Most of restaurants, they have problem with the staff a lot.
I think it's like one thing that me and my partner, we talk about it. It's like we want it to have more people than we need all the time. Extra, let's say
extra staff.
Yeah, extra staff in the kitchen.
Which is normal business. Don't think about that, because they think about have less people and then let them work hard. So that's the way you save cost.
Yeah.
But slow food, that concept that you're doing now, you have more people. So why do you think opposite from normal business?
I think also first to keep the staff happy. Also, like not too tired, not work so hard. And the second is make sure when someone wanted to leave, we have extra person. So you have like first chef, but you have the assistant chef. So this chef leave, the second come.
The assistant
help. So it's like become. So then we have assistant become the chef now. So the chef have to create another assistant, you know. So also I want them to be able to go learn something else. If another chef come in town to do pop-up dinner somewhere, they're teaching something, my staff be able to go, not just like nobody in the restaurant, you know. Otherwise we shut people today, they can't go. We don't want that. We want to have people rotate to go to learn something else from other people, because I can't teach them all. I only know certain things, you know. So we have Japanese chef come. We have some, you know, people can teach about wine, teach about sake, craft beer. They can go take a class as well. And also it's like this extra person come with extra money, but less stress for me, less stress for my partner, less money, you know. But less stress. I just prefer less stress.
Less profit, but you have less stress.
Yeah.
Less worry.
So many people are worried about, I don't want my chef to quit. You know, if many restaurants, like when the chef quit, sometimes the waiter come to make a stir fry. You know, it's like, no, we don't do that. We don't do that. Yeah.
So the staff feel like that. They gain a lot, they learn a lot, and that they feel secure, they feel that they can develop themselves. So that help them to stay long.
Help them to stay long and help them to find people that we need. Because they have a friend in the restaurant business. So then they know somebody already. Their friend are working on this place and they're not happy. You know, they wanted to change. So then they will tell their friend to like, okay, you want to come and work with us?
Yeah, it's more fun.
Yeah, it's more fun. And they see like the good, not like good people, I mean like the right
the people who
attitude.
Have the same thinking.
Yeah, same thinking. You know, so then we not really run out of people. Sometimes it's hard to find people, but then after that, when the restaurant 2-3 years already, it's not that hard at all. I mean, like a lot of people are willing to work with us as well. You know, yeah.
So the next question is, how do you advertise this kind of restaurant? Because the slow food concept is quite new in Thailand. and then people don't understand why we have to eat local food, why we have to stop eating MSG, why we have to cook with the organic ingredient, which is very expensive. How can we make people believe in our food, trust our food, and want to come and eat?
For advertising, we advertising in every platform that they have, you know. And then I feel like the first thing, not send anything negative. Not gonna write like, this restaurant don't use MSG because MSG is bad for you, la la la, or you know, or don't support this big company because this big company did how bad is it, you know. We don't want to send that any type of that negative, because I feel like people who interest to come to our restaurant, the customer that interest to come to our restaurant, they already knew about it. And no, we're just talking about the positive. And also the positive side of what we're doing, what ingredient that we select, and also the story of the producer, and also the story of the chef or the kitchen staff. Also, when you write something, for example, in the social media, on your post, on your Google or something like that, you need more to explain it to other people. And also because the ingredient, most of the ingredient we use, it new, it old, it been there for a long time, but nobody using it. Local people using it in the village, they enjoy it, but they never have a plate in the restaurants. So then we need
like a local vegetable, local fish,
local fish, you know,
local chicken.
Or like fish sauce. It's like people never seen the type of fish sauce in the supermarket because they never exist in the supermarket, you know. And so we have to really advertising it. Or some certain dish that really like from my hometown dish that people don't know about it dish.
It's almost disappear.
It almost disappear. I mean, like my food is more like home cooking. So then the menu is like more like home cooking menu, you know. So then it's more like so then we need to communicate more. But then it's like, for example, I'm really lucky that my partner Nuchi, she's like being with me for many years, being friend for many years, and he know how much I work with the farmer, support them and everything. And she very close to me, and she can write very good post with really good photograph. And then I told her many times, and I told my staff anytime too. It's just like, just communicate with your customer in the very sincere way.
Tell the truth.
Tell the truth.
The real thing.
Tell the real thing.
Not advertise to make things
for example,
interesting.
For example, like today in this dish, is it like, if the customer asks you, is this all organic? It's like, no, sorry, we couldn't get coriander today organic. But the rest, 90%, we know exactly where they come from. You know, it's something like that, that's very sincere. You don't have to lie to the customer, you know. So because it's like no other people doing. Also at the same time, but also it's like we're not gonna cheat, you know, because we can change our chef. We train our chef to, okay, if we don't have this, you just change into this. If we don't have this, you change, because they understand everything.
So the main idea of advertisement that your restaurant doing now is just try to tell the truth, tell the story of each ingredient, of the way we work. So normally it's opposite with the normal advertisement. They try to sell something that is not very important, it's not very good.
Premiums.
But they make it very, very interesting. So people have to buy something not very useful with very expensive price.
Yeah.
But the way you do is opposite, and then all the ingredient, everything you use, it costs a lot of money.
Yeah.
Everything costs money. Do your business survive okay so far?
It survived okay so far. We opened it when the first COVID. We opened it when the COVID time, right?
During the COVID
During the COVID
when
time.
people closed down their business.
Yeah.
You opened it.
We opened it because I have the confidence. I thought like, oh, okay, Chiang Mai are ready for this kind of concept of the restaurant. But nobody did it yet. And also in the same time, we work with the fishermen. Fishermen have some, cannot sell anything. And then we thought we were to help them and they help us. I don't like to say I help the farmer or I help the fisherman because it's win-win situation.
It's like you create the system that rely on each other, help each other.
Yeah, it's like, and also they educate me or they educate our restaurant a lot. Also, and when in the same time, when we get that message, and then we also write it on the menu, we told people if they ask the question, we write it on our page, on any type of platform that we use for advertising, and I think we educate people who come and eat in the same time. So then it's basically you come and eat at the school.
It seems like the slow food concept, when you make one dish of food, it costs quite a lot.
Yeah.
So many people will think, it's that expensive. How can we eat it? So people will assume that it will be very expensive.
Yeah.
And then they don't want to come and eat.
Yeah, I
Do
think
you have that problem?
we have that problem. We have that problem for sure but it for us, the good food, the good produce cannot be cheap. But our government have to do something that make economic better for people to afford, to be able to be more afford of the good food, and also but the way we decide the menu and pricing, it's like if you come to our restaurant, it like lunch we have some cheaper menu. Dinner we can't do cheap because it's big operation, full all staff, full all kitchen staff, full on like service, everything, and we pay tax. And it's like everything is like really formal.
Follow the rule,
follow the rule and everything, and we are educate our staff as well, and then we have that money we have some of our profit per year, so we have to put it on the side. So we have a budget every year that we're going to educate our staff and even educate myself, So if you look at it, like to come to eat in the expensive restaurants, but if you know where the money go, you like, okay. It's
go
like
to one person's pocket.
Yeah, if you go to wholesale place, only one family in Thailand own that place. You just pay everything to that family. But our restaurant, the money go to the chicken person directly, the egg person directly, go to the coconut people, go to the salt people directly. No middle person. Go directly.
Even staff.
Even the staff also. Like we never hire staff very cheap. If the month that they very work hard, we have the bonus. And also their salary increase very often with their talent and with their responsibility. The more they learn more, the more they can do more, they can get responsibility more, they can become a leader. The money also increase because the restaurant also growing. The profit also growing. At the same time, it balances. So that for us, it to have this balance, everything balance is very important.
It seems like it become a system.
Yeah.
That support each other to make
Yeah.
it run.
Yeah.
It's quite sustainable
Yeah,
way to
I
think
can
about
travel
it.
for 3-4 months a year. I have no problem. My staff never call me any problem. They can be able to, like my manager, be able to solve the problem by herself. And the kitchen team are on it, and I trusted them, and they love the place they work, and they like the job they do. They're happy to cook this dish for people. But we can't get them. We can't. What do you do? How can I say? We have to have something new for them all the time because
To make them exciting.
exciting. You know, if it's not new,
Have fun.
not something new, you're not exciting anymore. If you wanted to leave, so you can leave because it's nothing exciting anymore. That's what the school is, because when you finish, you think I cannot learn much anymore from this place.
So now it seems like you're very success about the restaurant, and you don't need to work at the restaurant most of the time.
No,
You have a lot
yeah.
of time to do cooking class, to do consulting for many people. So what do you think about the slow food concept will be in Thailand in the future? It's growing, or
I think it's growing. I think it's like it just on the media, some already in the media, and people start to know the word slow food more. Before they thought of slow cook and stuff, you know. But now people start to know this concept more. And when they start to know, oh, okay, it normally, especially your fan that watching right now, it already know, because that's what they live. It's just simple. It's nothing complicated. Buying good stuff from your friend, buying the produce from your friend.
Good
produce that no chemical that going to ruining you. Why you buy poison for yourself, you know, or you pay a lot of money to your friend, but they not produce the good thing for you. I think it's just very simple thing. I think it's like anybody can start the restaurant. Yeah.
So your role now is not only open a restaurant, it's more activist to push the movement of slow food concept to spreading out more.
Yeah, we just do some like slow food event. It just promotes, just like get people curious about it. What is it? You know, just more and more working on it. It's not like really fight for food or anything. It's just some fun thing that we do with the group, you know, like among our friends that like this idea in Chiang Mai, you know, it's many group, you know, and it's more like people who like the same concept, people who like the same idea, and doing some event together to promote slow food concept that we already do in everyday life.
It's normal.
It's not difficult thing to do. Yeah, you know, we don't have money. We don't get funding from slow food to do these things, you know, but we just do it because we like the concept and we want to promote this concept.
Wow. Thank you so much for sharing the experience. Anybody who come to Chiang Mai, Thailand, you want to visit the Made Slow Fish Kitchen.
Yeah.
Search this word, Made Slow Fish Kitchen. You will be able to experience the restaurant with the slow food concept in Thailand. Thank you.
Thank you.